Hello everyone, my name is Ivo and welcome to Cooking with the Koyas. Today folks, I'd like to share with you how I prepare and how I cook my asparagus and maybe share a tip or two along the way. Asparagus is not only nutritious, but it's also delicious. Let's get started right now. So I just finished washing my asparagus, and what I like to do is just put them on a kitchen towel and just kind of pat them dry a bit. Okay, and now with the asparagus, in case you don't know, the ends of the asparagus here, they're very hard and very, I'm going to say, woody. Okay, very hard to eat, very tough. So as opposed to just cutting off the end, you want to feel where the hard meets the soft. So basically it's very hard here, and you can see right about there, and you just snap it off just like that. Okay, this is the part, of course, that we're going to cook. However, do not throw these away. I'm going to show you what to do with those hard woody ends. So same thing, I'm just going to find that sweet spot, crack it, and put the woody end aside. Same thing. Okay, and that's the part that we're going to cook. So let me finish doing these. I would also like to say some of them are harder than others. So this one, if you feel it, look how much I removed off of that one. Okay, and then this one here, this one feels a lot softer. I only need to remove a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, so now with these ends, two things. Please do not throw these away. First thing I like to do with those, and I'm going to show you, let me just walk over to my freezer and show you what I do. If I don't have time, I take them and I just have a bag in the freezer, which I call soup. And I have some chicken in here. I have some asparagus ends. You could see I've got some here from prior that I froze. And what I do is I accumulate these, and when I have enough, I make myself a beautiful soup base. I make a broth. So that's one thing that you can do with those ends. So please do not throw them away. You could, if you're pressed for time, put them in a freezer bag and just to keep accumulating until you have enough to put a broth together. However, what I like to say is inside this hard woody piece is actually a very tender asparagus. So what you do, I like to use a potato peeler and peel off all that hard outside skin. Okay, so you're going to need like at least 5 minutes to do all those ends. So that's why I said if you're pushed for time. If you're not pushed for time, you can definitely do this. And what I suggest is remove the skin until you see the beautiful white. Okay, you can see how I'm removing the hard green parts, and inside is a beautiful, tender, white asparagus. There we go. Just like that, folks, right there. That right there is going to be super tasty, just as nutritious, and again, nothing goes to waste. So I am going to take my time right now and peel all the rest of these with my potato peeler. Okay, and have a bunch of these little end pieces included with my cooking. As I work on this last one, in keeping with the no waste theme, if you have a backyard compost, folks, all these scraps here, these skins, they make for perfect, beautiful compost. And in my case, we have a city compost program. That's where they're going to go. So again, absolutely nothing goes to waste. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside and let's prep our asparagus. So here they are here. I've got them in a tray. I've lined the tray with parchment. Okay, doesn't that look nice already right there? Now, to this, extra virgin olive oil. And I like to make sure you put the olive oil on the tips. I'm going to drizzle this over top of my asparagus, but you want it to go on the tips because you want those tips to absorb a bit of that olive oil. So just drizzle along the top, and then all those little pieces, drizzle on those pieces as well. So a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. We're going to add some salt to taste. Okay, and then what I did is I cut up some garlic. I have some slivers of garlic here, and these are going to toast up and cook up very, very nicely as well. They're going to add flavor, and they're great to eat also with the asparagus. So I've got some nice garlic. Okay, let's go cook. There we go. We are prepped and ready to go, folks. Very easy so far, right? Okay, to cook these, I'm actually going to use my toaster oven. So you could fire up your large oven if you want, but what I want to do, I'm going to put them in the toaster oven. I've got my temperature set at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we don't even have to preheat. With these small ovens, you can just put it in and start cooking right away. That's what I love about these little toaster ovens. So 350 degrees Fahrenheit, set the timer for 10 minutes. That's it. They're going to come out and we'll do the taste test. Our timer is up, folks. Okay, and I should have mentioned I did put it on convection bake. So if you have a convection option, by all means use it. And if you're using your conventional oven, not a toaster oven, of course you have to make sure it's preheated first before you put the asparagus in. So let's see how we did. Oh, I can hear that sizzle, folks. I can hear that sizzle. And look at this beautiful asparagus right here. Look at that. Sizzling away. This, folks, is going to be very, very tasty. Okay, so let's take a second here and plate the asparagus. Take our time. Maybe a little that way, a little this way. Okay, I got that. Oh, and look at the garlic, folks. The garlic is browned up and going to be crisped up nicely. Let me just pick one out here and show you. I don't know if you can see that. It's nice and brown, that garlic. That's going to be very, very tasty. Okay. Yeah, I just love these little toaster ovens, folks, for these individual dishes like this one. You don't have to fire up your big main oven, and it cooks up quick and easy. Okay, and now we have all these little pieces. Look at them all. Okay, I'm going to dip them a little bit in that olive oil that we have, and maybe we'll put these on the side. Okay, we'll just put those right on the side. And a few more. Oops. Get that garlic. One more there, and there's two more pieces of garlic here. Not letting any of that garlic go, folks. That's going to be really good. Okay. If I want, I can drizzle a little bit of that olive oil as well on top. There we go. Absolutely. Oh, how did I lose that garlic? There we go, folks. Isn't that nice? Isn't that a nice plate of asparagus right there? Beautiful. Okay, folks, the taste test. Oh yes, folks, you know what? I have my vegetables every day. I have my main course, but I always have a vegetable. As they say, vegetables are good for you, so I make sure that I have veggies every day, and I'm going to look forward to this taste test like I do every other taste test. So, piece of asparagus. Let me get that garlic. Look at that garlic, folks. It's not mushy. It's not hard. It's cooked right through. It's got a great texture. I taste the olive oil, and of course, I taste a little bit of salt and the garlic. What a combination. What a simple preparation for a very, very tasty dish. In fact, let's take one of these right here. Let's take one of these that unfortunately most people discard. Please don't discard those ends. Every bit is good right there, folks. Every bit is tasty. If you didn't do that and you try to eat this, you're going to have a woody, fibery, asparagus, which is why most people toss them out. But this way, it's very edible and tasty. Asparagus, folks, as I said earlier, super tasty, super nutritious, super delicious. Comes together real quick. You've got yourself a side dish and your veggie for the day. What more can you ask for? Folks, as always, thanks for spending time in the kitchen with me today. And until next time, buon appetito. Cheers. Seriously. Perfection. Texture, taste, it's all there.